17-year-old Maya Collins had learned early that life didn't slow down for exhaustion. Every evening was a race between her part-time jobs, her mother's fragile health, and the bills that never seemed to shrink. That winter night, the cold bit harder than usual as she hurried through empty streets toward the cafe where she worked the late shift. If she arrived late, she'd be replaced. And that paycheck was the only thing standing between them and losing their apartment. As she passed a nearly deserted bus stop, Maya noticed an elderly woman standing alone beneath a flickering street lamp. The woman clutched a small purse, her shoulders shaking as she whispered directions to nowhere. Cars passed. People walked by. No one stopped. Maya slowed. She told herself she couldn't afford to. She told herself her mother needed her more. But the woman's trembling hands reminded her too much of the nights she'd held her mother upright during coughing fits. With every step forward, her chest tightened until she stopped completely. "Are you okay?" Maya asked gently. The woman blinked, confused. "I'm trying to get home," she said, uncertainty clouding her voice. "I think I missed my bus." Maya glanced at the time. Helping meant missing her shift. Missing her shift meant risking everything. Yet something deeper than logic anchored her in place. She noticed a silver pendant at the woman's neck and carefully turned it over. An address was engraved on the back. Oak Ridge Hill. Maya knew it well. It was miles away. Her stomach dropped. Taking the woman home meant hours of walking in the cold and losing her job. But leaving her here felt impossible. Maya slipped her arm through the woman's and whispered, "Let's get you home." They walked for hours. Maya's feet ached. The wind cut through her thin jacket. At a gas station along the way, she spent her last coins on a cup of hot tea and handed it to the woman without hesitation. The woman spoke in fragments about gardens, music, and a life that felt half-remembered. Maya listened patiently, answering the same questions more than once. By the time iron gates appeared through the fog, Maya's legs were shaking. She helped the woman inside, waited until a housekeeper rushed out in alarm, then quietly turned away and began the long walk back. She arrived home just before dawn. Her belongings were piled outside the door. A notice was taped crookedly to the frame. The lock had been changed. Rent overdue. Maya sank onto the steps numb. She had lost her job. She had lost her home. For the first time, she wondered if kindness had cost her everything. Morning came with no comfort. Maya took shelter in a small store doorway, trying to decide what to do next, when a sleek black car stopped in front of her. A sharply dressed man stepped out and called her name. "The woman you helped last night, Margaret Hale, is safe," he said. "She asked me to find you." Maya's breath caught. Margaret Hale wasn't just an elderly woman. She was the matriarch of one of the most influential families in the city. At the estate, Margaret greeted her with clarity in her eyes and gratitude in her voice. "When the world forgot me," she said softly, "you didn't." Margaret didn't offer charity. She offered opportunity, a place to stay, medical care for Maya's mother, a path back to school. Over time, they built something together, a foundation to support struggling teens and overlooked elders. Maya's life didn't change because of luck. It changed because she chose to stop.